Hey everyone, it is DirectingPete. I'm here with another fantastic tutorial. We're going to be creating a sideways today in Fortnite Creative, but with our very own twist for the season of Halloween. So let's go ahead and get started. Guys, it takes just a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you think I'm doing a good job. You can always change your mind later, but go ahead and smash that like button. The first thing we're going to do is go into devices and grab the custom light. Now you're going to want to place that basically as close to the floor as possible. So once you've placed that, we're going to adjust some of the settings here to make sure it's perfect. All right, so the only changes we're going to make is to the light color. We're going to change that to orange. We want to make sure that's a nice Halloween orange. Now on the green grass, it does look a little more yellow, but depending on where you place this, it will actually look orange. So go ahead and choose orange. Light intensity, I went up to 100% because you really want this to be big and vibrant. We're trying to make this our sideways. Light size, I went with big, but you can go huge if you want. That's completely up to you. There's no real difference there for me for this. I set this to flicker because I want people to really notice that we have a sideways area here. And then finally, disable when receiving from channel 1. The reason is when you enter the sideways, I don't want to see this light anymore. I want it to disappear when we enter on channel 1, which I'm going to show you how to do right now. So I know what you're thinking. Yo, we're doing a sideways right now. We should be using the teleporter device. And by all means, if you want to use the teleporter device, go for it. Place that bad boy down and copy everything I'm doing. But I'm not going to use the teleporter device. And the reason is I can't get it to change colors. Even if I put a bunch of lights around it, it just won't change colors. It just doesn't feel very sideways to me. So you know what? I'm not going to mimic it, but you can. You can put that teleporter down and mimic the settings I'm doing. What I'm going to do instead is drop a collectibles gallery, and I'm going to end up using the pumpkin collectible item. And we're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna just make this a little bit more unique and a little bit more our own, but really go in theme with Halloween here and have a really great time with this. So we're gonna place that down. And for the settings, let's choose pumpkin, score set to 0, consume if collected by anyone. So anyone can go ahead and collect this, and when it's consumed, it's gone. Visible to opposing opponents always, and then when collected, transmit on channel 1. All right, let's keep on pushing through. The next device you're gonna grab is the Sky Dome device. Once you've grabbed that Sky Dome device, we're gonna go ahead and drop it at the bottom. So in this case, I even had to go under the map because we're gonna be creating a volume here, and we need to make sure that it's all the way at the bottom. So I went through and made some changes to this device. Let's copy them. Enable during phase, none. Light source, none, all right? Because we're gonna be in a sideways. We don't want a moon or a sun. Light source color, black. Light source intensity, 5%. Sky Dome top color, orange. We want to have that Halloween feel. Sky Dome middle, red, orange. And then finally, this dark burgundy color. Stars visibility, I'm going to leave on off here. All right, we don't want to do anything with that. The horizon fog density, I moved to 20%. I noticed if I turn this too high, you don't see the colors, and then that defeats the purpose. So 20% is perfect. Then the horizon fog color, leave it white. Use volume, yes. We want to absolutely use a volume here. And then we want the volume to be 20, 20, 20. All right, that's going to be our little dome area. Enable when receiving from channel 1, disable when receiving from channel 2. We haven't gone over channel 2 yet, but just leave it at disable for channel 2. Now guys, if you're using different channels, assign them to your free channels. Let's go ahead and grab the next device, which is a creature spawner. Now with the creature spawner, we are going to be creating our first one, which is our master, our big bad guy, which is gonna be that mega brute. So we're gonna go ahead and put the mega brute in here and then go over the settings. We wanna set it to mega brute. Activation range, 9 tiles. You can vary that on your map depending on how big your sideways is gonna be. I went to activate on game phase, never. I don't want it to activate because I want the channel to activate it. I don't want the game to activate it. So set that to never. Despawn range, 11 tiles. Once again, I chose a custom range here based on how big my little island is. You're gonna have to play around with that to see if it fits for you. Spawn when receiving from channel 1. Now the next 2 steps are interesting, all right? Despawn when receiving from channel 2, all right? But then the bottom one is the most important. When eliminated, transmit on channel 2. So when you eliminate the Mega Brute, transmit on channel 2, then what that's gonna do is despawn him from respawning again on that top one. So those two actually work together. Then when you move over to these brutes, which I placed down, The only difference here is you're gonna go in and change it from Mega Brute to Fiend, and then at the very bottom, you're gonna do when eliminated Transmodon, change that to no channel, and then leave the channel 1 and channel 2 for spawn and despawn alone. But when eliminated Transmodon, set to no channel, and you're all set. When the person defeats the Mega Brute, then it's gonna end the game inside of the sideways that we're creating. Next, we're gonna head over to devices, and we're gonna go ahead and go for the item spawner. We're gonna place that item spawner pretty close to where the pumpkin is, not on top of it, but just next to it. Then I want you to go ahead and choose the gun as the reward. You can make this multiple guns, so you can make it like a pumpkin launcher or a sniper. You can choose more than one, but for this example, I'm just gonna drop one pumpkin launcher in, and that's gonna be the reward for killing the Mega Brute in the sideways. All right, so follow everything I have here. Item respawn, off. Then we're gonna go down to base visible during game, off. We don't wanna see that bottom base, we just wanna see the launcher. Time before first spawn and time between spawns, make sure is set to never. Then you're gonna go down here, and the last thing you're gonna do is change the channel, and that's spawn item when receiving from channel 2. So basically, when you defeat the Mega Brute, transmit on channel 2 and receive the gift on channel 2. Okay, so next up we're gonna go to devices again. We have a lot of devices in this tutorial, and we're gonna grab the radio device. So basically, when someone enters this sideways event, we want some ominous music playing. We want it to be creepy. So copy these settings. Spooky Graveyard Loop is the song I went with. You can go with any of the loop songs, are pretty dope. Set all of the play durings to no. All of these need to be no. Audio distance, I set to 20. Remember, I set the volume of my island 20 by 20, so I also want the distance to be 20. You can change this depending on how big your sideways is. Volume, I set to very loud because when you're in this, I want you to be completely saturated by the music. I want you to get lost in the sideways. I want it to be creepy, all right? Then play when receiving from channel 1, right when they collect that pumpkin, they get sucked into the sideways. Stop when you kill the Mega Brute. So I want it to completely stop the music when the Mega Brute is killed. All right, next up, we're gonna grab a device, the speaker device. We're only gonna place one speaker down right now, and then we're gonna duplicate it. So we're gonna drop that bad boy down, and then we're gonna choose these settings, Spooky Pit Fire Rumble. Then next, you're gonna choose very loud because we wanna really hear it. Sound distance, very far. Doesn't matter if other people can hear it that are not in the sideways, that's fine. We're gonna leave all the other settings the same, and then at the bottom, activate when receiving from channel 1. So right when you enter the sideways, I wanna hear like a punch hit. Then we're gonna duplicate that, so just do a complete duplicate, and then the only thing you're gonna change is activate when receiving from channel 2. So when you enter and leave, you're gonna hear this like whoosh noise, which is gonna be pretty cool. If you guys know me, you know I love detail in my maps. Go to the VFX spawner in devices. We're really gonna put the cherry on top, place that down. We're gonna go choose area of fog because we really want it to look creepy. Once we've chose area of fog, enable during none, all right? Then you're gonna go down, you can leave everything else the same, even the custom color because it doesn't really apply here. And then we're gonna go down to the channel and we're gonna enable when hitting channel 1, disable on channel 2. Now we're gonna start the game, guys, and we're gonna have an amazing map. Are you ready to see what our sideways looks like? I know I am. Hopefully this works. Here we go. All right, there's our pumpkin. It's pretty cool. We enter, and guys, there we are. We are in the sideways. We have the area of fog. We have the sky dome in effect with the volume. The fiends have come out to play. We have to defeat the Mega Brute, but there's smaller fiends. So we're out to kill everything in our sight here. He's almost dead. So we're about to kill this Master Brute. Look at this beautiful, beautiful settings that we created here. Our own little sideways for Halloween. And bam, you even get that nice sound effect at the end when you leave the sideways. And there you go, I got that rocket launcher as a gift. Quick bonus tip, go ahead and grab the map indicator device, place that on your map, and we're gonna go over a couple settings so you can see where all the sideways are. Icon set to none. Under text, put a capital X. Text color set to orange. Show on which map? Minimap only. That way it does not show up on the big map, on the mini map screen on the top right, but when you go to the main map, you do not see it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like the videos you see, please like and subscribe, and until next time, take care.